Oh my God, there goes my dog.
There goes your dog.
Yeah, listen.
I hear. What's she barking at?
Probably my speaker. The mail person probably delivered my speakers, or unless she's going to give them to the wrong person, because it looks like she only went to the box.
Yeah, probably. How is everyone doing? Hi, Juju, Kelly, Andrea, Karen, Brian, Peter, Country. How's everyone doing? Let me jump in over here on the clock app. Hello, Triton, Rick. Crazy Cat Lady, how are you? Gerald, Sarcastic Sister.
Yes, that's what she was barking at. And hello, everyone.
Yes, Sarah, you're on the clock app. You are. You are on the clock app. Well, it looks like the market's currently down about 830 points. It was much worse earlier in the day. Let me see here. It's improved a little bit. So, Jill, did you see the video of Trump talking about all the money his billionaire friends made?
Yes, yes, I did.
He don't give a fuck.
He does not give a fuck if he gets caught.
Why would he? They're not going to do anything.
They're not going to do anything to him, right?
Like, he can do whatever he wants. He's got immunity, right?
I guess so. It's the bill. Did you see the House bills that passed? They passed the SAVE Act in the House, and they passed the budget bill in the House.
Oh, yeah? Will any of it
Yeah,
pass?
neither one of them are good. They believe that at least the SAVE Act will pass the Senate, and we all know Trump will sign it. The SAVE Act has where if your birth certificate and driver's license has to match your last name in order to vote. So that's in that SAVE Act, but it passed the House, and they do think it will pass the Senate. But we'll see. We'll see.
Well, it'll need that to register, right?
Yes.
You don't have to present that when you vote. You just when you register to vote, right?
I don't know how they're going to do it. Like, I'm not sure, but I do know it's definitely when you register.
Right.
Someone said that's not true. Go look up the SAVE Act.
Yeah, I haven't read it, so I honestly can't speak on it. I don't know. I just know what people said about it. So now in my state, they automatically register you to vote when you get your driver's license.
Right.
And that is because in order to get your driver's license for the first time, you have to present a birth certificate or something of that nature to prove citizenship.
Right.
In my state only. I don't know about other states. I've never gotten a driver's license in West Virginia. I don't know what they do in West Virginia.
So here, you don't have to show your birth certificate to register to vote, and they don't sign you up. You have to sign yourself up. But they were saying that now, I don't know how true this is, but they were saying the real ID won't cover it. You're going to have a passport or your maiden name.
The real ID won't cover it?
Right. That's what they're saying. I mean, I don't know that part. I don't know. I'm just saying what's being said.
Okay, because the real ID is like as good as a passport. I presented my
Yeah.
passport to get my real. I needed more stuff to get my real ID than I needed to get my driver's license when I was 16 years old. It was hard for me
Right.
to get my real ID. I had to give them all kinds of shit.
Right.
And my white skin and blue eyes just wasn't cutting it for them. They wanted documentation.
Yeah. Of course.
Well, I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah.
I had to present my passport because I think I couldn't find my birth certificate. I think the birth certificate would have worked, maybe. I don't know. I just know what I did, but
Yeah. I I don't know about that though, because I did not see that on there. But yeah, it's ridiculous. This whole Save Act is ridiculous, and you'll have to register in person. So if everybody that is already registered will have to re-register in person and present them documentations.
thank you guys for the gifts. I in West Virginia, you don't need a driver's license. A mountain mama will take you take you home down a country road. Okay. I don't want to ride from a mountain mama in West Virginia. I'll walk. Another. Yeah, I've met those mountain mamas. So amazing thing today, right? It seems like stuff I always talk about comes back, right? Comes back. I talk about something a month later, it comes back and kind of verifies what I said a month before. So everyone is celebrating. Well, not everyone. The administration, conservatives, and a lot of people in the industry are celebrating that the EU has come out and said they will buy a lot more LNG from the United States as part of the negotiation for this tariff thing. And I just finished a piece of content before we went live here explaining to people how bad that was for them because people don't understand. Like, people don't get it. The more LNG we export, the worse it is for the American people. And I'm not opposed to LNG exports. I'm opposed to us exporting so much LNG that somebody is paying $2,000 a month for their electricity bill. That's what I'm opposed to. And we're already seeing those utility bills rise. We're seeing natural gas prices rise. And they're going to triple the LNG exports from where they are now. And they're already rising. So this is not anything to celebrate unless you want to celebrate these companies making hundreds of billions of dollars while you pay $2,000 a month for your light bills, for your lights to stay on or your home to be heated. If that's what you want to celebrate, I guess get after it. But it's not good news for the American people. And a point I made in that video was if you elect a businessman, right? A lot of people's like, oh, we need a businessman to be president. You put a businessman in the White House, he's going to look out for business. He's not going to look out for you. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's looking out He's looking out for big businesses. It's going to cost you a fortune, okay? This is going to cost you a fortune. I've been telling people this forever. It started costing them a fortune. It's already costing people a fortune. They just don't get it. They celebrate billionaires making billions more while they can barely afford to live. And it blows my mind. Like, what the hell is the matter with you? You think that if those billionaires make more billions, that's going to trickle down to you. It's not. They're literally raising your cost to make those billions. You're not getting any of that. You are not getting any of that. And stop trying to suckle at the tit of billionaires because the The fucking thing is dry, bro. It's dry. You ain't getting nothing. Go find another tit. It ain't happening. And this is all going to be celebrated, and people are going to think it's great. And once again, you know, for 3 years, I screamed about the OPEC 2020 deal. Nobody listened to me. Nobody knew anything about it. The Democrats, God forbid the Democrats say anything about it. They didn't say a peep about it. Took me 3 years to get that widely recognized in national media. And if it takes me 3 years screaming about this, then it just does. But this is ridiculous that people would celebrate this. They have no idea what they're celebrating. The market is now down 1,065. What do you think, Jill?
I'm busy laughing at Bruiser.
Bruiser? Is she day drinking again?
She said, that's right, we got to get our getting juice in ice cream now.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, I started laughing and I couldn't think of anything else that was happening. Oh my God.
Shame on you, Bruiser. Shame on you.
Bruiser's the best.
I know. You're lucky you got that membership label there, Bruiser.
No, she's not.
We let our members get away with a little more.
Oh my God, she's so funny.
I should have known I was going to open up a can of worms when I started talking about, that. But hey, Brian, how are you? Triton wants me to talk about becoming an independent and how do you keep your thinking away from partisan lines. I will talk about that. And if Jill wants to talk about it too, she can when I'm done because she's an independent as well. I became a Democrat the first time I registered to vote. I registered as a Democrat, and the reason I registered as a Democrat was because my grandparents were Democrats, and my grandparents were the most conservative people I've ever known in my life. Because in my grandparents' time, Democrats were conservatives. And so it was just, you kind of do what your family does kind of thing. Like my grandparents are Democrats. I guess I'm a Democrat. I didn't really know what I was. I went and registered as a Democrat. As time went by, early in life, I didn't vote a whole lot. I wasn't super active. I would go vote sometimes, but it wasn't a big thing to me. But at some point, I don't remember, 8-10 years ago, both parties really started drifting farther and farther away from me. And I've always agreed, I've always voted for candidates and not political parties. Regardless of my registration, I always voted for some Republicans. If you looked at any ballot that I've ever filled out over my voting history, you would find that I voted for some Democrats, some Republicans, and some independents. Because I always vote person, not party. But had agreed with some things that Democrats believed and agreed with some things Republicans believe. And independents as well. But I got to a point where I could just no longer side with Democrats. I just couldn't anymore because the Republicans got farther away from me and then the Democrats got farther away from me, and I just felt myself sitting alone on an island. And what I hated the most about Democrats was their messaging. And to me, their messaging says a lot about what they really believe. They say they believe one thing, but their messaging doesn't reflect what they claim they believe, if that makes any sense. And so at some point, I was like, I'm done. I'm done with Democrats, and I'm done with Republicans. I'm going to become an independent. And it wasn't a difficult decision. It wasn't something that took me a long time to decide. It was really pretty easy. One of the things that occurred is I got tired of being ridiculed and ostracized for having an opinion. I got tired of the word police telling me what I could and could not say. That was very prominent in Democratic circles. Telling me what I can say, telling me what I'm allowed to say, what I'm not allowed to say, all that kind of stuff. That's not going to work for me. That's not one of those things. I'm not one of those people that will go along with that. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And if you don't like it, you can take your ass down the road, but don't stop and tell me I'm not allowed to do anything, because that'll only be worse. But that was kind of my progression to independent. What about you, Jill?
So
If
when
you
I
want.
first registered,
If you want. You don't
when
have to.
I know I don't have
Okay.
to. When I first registered, I registered as a Republican because my family was Democrats and they were conspiracy theorists. And so I went the opposite. I never voted straight party ever. It was always for the person, just like you. Um, I actually knew that I was neither party. I was like, there's no, I can't, because I like some, things over here. I like some things over here. And like you said, being told what you can and cannot say and do drove me crazy. That absolutely drove me crazy. And um, so whenever I register as whatever, as a party here in Pennsylvania, because you have to. In order to vote in the primaries, you have to be a party. So I was registered as a Republican, and stayed registered a Republican until about 2018, because like it started getting really, the Republican Party started getting really weird. It might have been 2017, but I was like, I cannot associate myself with these people anymore. I got to get that off of my papers. Like I just felt like it needed to go. So I did register as a Democrat, but I am not a Democrat either. But at least they aren't as crazy as MAGA, right? So I wish I could register as an independent and still vote in the primaries, because that's what I would do, but I cannot. But that's pretty much your same story you tell is the same reason I became an independent. Um, Other than I registered differently than you in the beginning. But I had always voted for the person, not the party. I have a lot of I had a lot of really good Republican representatives in our areas that I voted for, and they were really good. But this was many years ago. So that's how I became an independent.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, even now, when you tell someone you're an independent, they kind of look at you funny. And yeah. It's like, wait, you're an independent? People don't understand that there's more independents than anybody. There's more independents than there are Democrats or Republicans. Like, even though independents are not, it's not actually a party. It's just you stating that you're independent of any party. There isn't, right. Yeah, there isn't an organized independent party. That's not a thing. No. But there's more people who say it however you want, at the risk of sounding like a Democrat, identify as an independent. Because I don't say I identify as an independent. I say I am an independent. That's just what right. I am. There's more of us than anybody, right? There's more of us than any political party. So, and we, what the fuck? And we are the people that, decide elections.
There's a lot of independents in Pennsylvania, a lot. And they are registered as independents, so they can't vote in the primaries. But a lot of them did not vote for the president this year, and that's what happened.
Yeah, and I don't care if I vote in primaries.
I like to vote. I like to vote in the primaries. The thing, though, because I like to vote. I do like to vote, so I like to vote in the primaries. I don't need to, probably, in all reality. But because when I go up there to vote in the primaries, I have to vote Democrat anyway, because I'm registered as one. if I register as a Republican, I have to go up there and vote Republican. Like I have to pick one of the Republican candidates or one of the Democratic candidates. So I don't really need to vote in the primaries. I like to vote.
Right. And in my state, I think, don't quote me on this, I think I can vote in the Democratic primary, but not the Republican. I think in my state, one party has an open and one party is closed. That tells you how much I vote in primaries.
Right.
I'm pretty sure in Oklahoma the Democrats have an open primary, but I'm not 100% positive. I got it. Market is down 820. I have to get real close to look at that. So, Jill, today I saw a person make a video that I was offered money to make.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Randy the wealth builder. Nadia had mentioned him, I think yesterday or the day before, and I went and found that video today, and I watched it. Nadia had duetted it or stitched it or something. I went and watched the original video, and I was sitting there watching this, and I was like, I was offered money. And so I, of course, stitched it and told him, when you get paid to make a video, you're supposed to make it look like you weren't paid. He did not do a good job of that. But basically, it was a video telling us how great Donald Trump and the tariffs and all this stuff are. But it got into sort of the mindset. I've been doing a little reading on the psychology and mindset of MAGA and Republicans in regards to Trump derangement syndrome and how it's the word itself is a tool or a weapon designed to dismiss your rational concerns about Donald Trump and to paint you as being irrational. You there, Joe? Let me... You there now?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. It kicked me.
So, yeah, and I point out in the video that, people saying you have Trump derangement syndrome is a form of gaslighting, right? They're trying to claim you're irrational when you have very reasonable and rational concerns about Donald Trump. And I wrote this down here. Let me find it. If I can find it. I got a notebook, Jill.
You got a notebook?
Yeah, I'm like you now. I'm starting to write stuff down.
I have a notebook, but you know that already.
So in my video, I posed the question, is it really irrational to be concerned about tax evasion, fraud, ties to the mob, obstruction of justice, overthrowing the government, stealing elections, hush money cases, classified documents, and sexual abuse? Is that something that's really irrational to be concerned about? I think it's extremely rational to be concerned about those things. And case closed, right? But hey, that's just me. What do I know, right? Merck, thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know why Trump blanketed tariffs China instead of targeting their tech industry, the only thing we can compete with while maintaining our labor standards. And I can't say with any certainty, of course, why he did it. I don't know. But the only thing I can do is look at what's happening, right? It goes back to market manipulation. And that's why if this is actually just market manipulation and trying to enrich people, he's doing it perfectly, because by taking all the tariffs off, he created a large bounce in the market, but by leaving all those tariffs on China and going to war with just China, he literally created another huge market drop, which is going to be what I'm calling phase 2 of Trump's market manipulation plan. So a bunch of people made a bunch of money. He literally told them, go buy now. It's a good time to buy. Like he literally told everybody. There's another video of Donald Trump speaking to some wealthy men outside the Rose Garden, I believe, from last night or this morning, where they are asking him when he's going to make the next announcement. And it's like they're trying to time the market again. And the guy says, so you're going to make another announcement next week? You're going to let us know next week? And Trump said, yeah. So this is, and they're also thanking him, right? This is obvious market manipulation. So with that being the case, I don't know that there's any other options to explore as to why he's doing it. I think we have the answer. You know, it's obviously not a good policy. And it's obviously some type of enrichment of very rich people. Lorianne, thank you so much for the super chat. Green and purple alligators or crocodiles. I don't know. I can't tell the difference. Yes, it looks like a duck, smells like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. Do they say smells like a duck? I don't know what a duck smells like.
I don't think they say the smell. I think they just say if it looks like a duck, if it, walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it is a duck. I don't think they use anything about smelling.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that. I have no idea.
Well, I mean, if it smells like a diaper.
Right. But I don't know what a duck smells like,
I said diaper, not duck.
Yeah, you did. I was going to let that go, but you keep bringing it back up.
It's funny.
Which diaper does it smell like? Does it smell like fresh out of the box or?
No. Not if Trump's wearing it.
What is that smell? The new diaper smell, not the used diaper smell. It smells like something. Is it flowers? Does it smell like flowers or baby powder?
It has, I guess, like a baby powder. I don't know.
If it's squishy like a duck, Peter says. I don't know how squishy a duck is, but anyway. And the thing is, he doesn't. Someone says he's never been a smart criminal. He doesn't have to be. You don't have to be a smart criminal when you're not held to account for anything you do. You can literally be the dumbest criminal on the planet if you're just going to get away with it anyway. Alicia says lavender. Maybe. Market down 1,140 points. Put lavender in your pillowcases. You'll sleep like a baby. I have other ways to sleep like a baby. I'm not putting anything in my pillowcases. I got some Blue Dream that puts me to sleep.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene bought $250,000 worth of stock when the market crashed.
He made a Truth Social about, now's the time to buy, or however he said it. But yes, he actually he didn't just say it, he made a post.
Yeah. And so, this begs the question that is, yes, Bruiser, it's legal in Oklahoma. Begs the question, why does someone making, what do people in Congress make? 175? 165, 175 a year, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, how does a person with that salary dump $250,000 like that on the stock market, right? But I did see that what she did was she bought a whole bunch of stocks in smaller amounts, so it wouldn't look like $250,000. But when you add it all up, it's $250,000. So if you buy 25 stocks, if you buy $10,000 worth of 25 different stocks, yeah, that's $250,000, right? And that's what she did. She bought a whole bunch of stocks. So each trade individually would look like it wasn't a huge trade, but they were all placed at the same time. 250 grand all at once. Yeah.
Yeah, it's suspicious, definitely. But they don't care. They just don't care.
Well, I mean, I can't really blame her. I would have done it too. But the reason I bring it up is because they're always saying that this is happening. Like, they're the ones that are always saying we need to put a stop to this.
They project all the time.
Yeah, while they're the ones doing it.
Yeah, because they're that's what they do. That's what they do best. They project. Everything that they say is that they claim that the Democrats are doing is exactly what they're doing. That's who they are.
Okay, I gotta look something up because that's fascinating.
What are you looking up?
Oh, by the way, Zelensky has rejected a deal from Donald Trump.
I don't blame him.
What am I looking up?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. Lori said MTG is batshit crazy.
Because she is.
Yeah, I was looking up. I thought I knew, but I had to go check where the term batshit crazy comes from, and it's because batshit will literally make you crazy if it infects your brain. It's got a fungus in it, and you'll go crazy.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And wasn't a lot of makeup made out of batshit for a long time? Was that a thing?
What?
Yeah, guano.
Was what?
Makeup was made out of batshit for a long time.
I've never heard of that.
It was. Yeah, specifically eyeliner. Yeah, they used the guano. Yeah, that's a thing.
What?
I don't think it's a thing anymore. It may not be.
It can't be.
Well, it was a thing for a long time. If it's not anymore,
Right. But I mean, anymore. It can't possibly be anymore. But I never heard of it.
Well, I mean, that don't mean it's not a thing.
No, it doesn't mean it's not a thing. Right. No, I agree with that. I'm just saying I learned something new today.
So the question I was trying to get to is this what made women crazy? Was it the guano? You know.
Excuse me? What the hell?
Boom. Predicted it. I'm so good at making predictions. I thought to myself, I wonder if I could make Jill say, "Excuse me?" And I did. Oh, man. Guano was used for...
Go ahead. No, I was just going to say, if there was someone in here that did not know you, they would be like, what the fuck, Global?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm an independent.
That's not why you're an independent.
So I can say shit like that.
Oh, you can't say shit like that.
Yeah, it's called a joke, right? It's called humor.
I know. It is.
Yeah, we used to be able to, have humor and jokes and stuff. And people want to steal our joy. People that know me obviously know that's a joke, right?
Oh, absolutely. I knew it was a joke. I just, had to be like, for a second, I was like, did he just say what I thought he said?
So Brian has a little information for us. He says, no, bat guano is not used in makeup, and the idea that it is a common ingredient is a misconception. The ingredient often confused with bat guano is guanine. Well, there you go. Now you really learned something. Guanine.
So I forgot to ask you, do you have your, where you see the chat, do you have it set at live chat? Because
Yes.
if you don't, you won't see all the comments. Okay, because you were
Well,
not seeing some comments last time.
no, I have it set at top chat.
Okay.
Okay, I just switched it to live chat. But as fast as it was going, I assumed I was seeing them all.
Okay, well, always put it at live chat. That's where you'll see all the comments.
Juju says that Google says there's no scientific evidence linking bat guano to any mental health conditions.
Thank you, Juju.
So she's not denying that the mental health conditions exist. She's just denying that it has anything to do with bat shit.
Oh my God.
What? Brian says the market's rebounding. Yeah, it's only down 1,230 points. That's awesome. Where did we hear? Because I have thought my whole life that. Hi, Nadia. Nadia, I tagged you in a video I made concerning Randy. If you want to check it out, if you haven't seen it yet. Where did we hear? Where did we hear that makeup was made out of bat shit? I heard that. So I've thought that my whole life.
I don't know where you heard it because, like I said, I didn't even know.
Bruiser was quoting Ace Ventura. Alrighty then. How do you make a movie like Ace Ventura and become famous? How is that a thing?
I don't know, but it was funny.
I know, but it's so dumb. It is funny, but it's so cheesy, you know.
It is, but it's funny.
Did TikTok go black? I don't know. It's possible. It's not black on where I'm at.
No, it's working for me. So Nadia said, did you tag her Nadia 1 again? You got to start tagging her Nadia 2.
No, I tagged Nadia 1, not Nadia 2.
I'll start tagging Nadia 2.
And you know what's funny? I even was wondering if I was tagging the right one. Have I ever seen a bat? Yes, I've seen a lot of bats. We have.
Oh my God!
What?
The bats. The bats.
What about them? Someone asked me if I've ever seen a bat. I've seen a lot of bats. We have a lot of caves where I live, and there's a certain time of year where the bats come out of the caves, and there's so many bats, they show it on the news because you can pick it up on the radar. It looks like a big storm coming towards your house, but it's not weather, it's just bats. That is cool.
So, when I first bought this house and we moved in, and I went out to the garage, and that's where they were living. Yes, most definitely. They were all in my garage, all on the ceiling hanging. I was like, what the hell is this?
Did you have bats in the belfry?
They were everywhere in my garage, not my basement.
That poses another question. What the fuck is a belfry?
I don't know.
Is it an attic?
Probably. We did not have them there. We had them in the garage. There was a lot of them too. And I was like, why did we not see this when we came and looked at the place? Like, they were not there.
Well, they just don't stay in one place forever, Jill. They're bats.
Yeah, but I don't know how much. It wasn't that long after we, looked at the house that we owned it. And there they were. And they fly around here all the time. They don't live in my garage no more. They don't like it because there's too much movement in there, people in there. But they do fly around here at night all the time.
So people are saying the belfry is where the bell is at.
That would be your attic, right?
My dog has a bell on her collar, but I don't have a big bell, no. Part of a bell tower or steeple in which bells are housed. Huh. Fascinating.
Which is at the top of your house.
No, you have a bell at the top of your house?
No,
I don't either.
But if you're going to say that, that's what it would be. It would be at the top of your house. That's what that would mean.
Right. Dow is down 1340. Wow. Okay. No, I'm not afraid of bats at all. They are kind of freaky looking, but they don't bother me. You know. It's just a rat with wings. I mean, how bad could it be?
They didn't bother me either. I just didn't want them living in my garage.
I figured you kept the bats as like pets.
No, they might be, cute and look like you can pet them, but you just don't.
Lick Branch Farm says gas prices down, stock market up, MAGA. So gas prices were down a penny today, and the stock market's down 1,400 points. Lick Branch. I don't know. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, bro.
Bruiser said, "Have you ever watched a bat eat a grape? It will change your life." Now I'm going to have to Google that after this is over.
I have not, Bruiser, but I do recommend something you watch, and that is fruit bats mating.
And that's what I was laughing at when they said bat.
Yeah. And if there's a video of fruit bats mating while eating grapes, I would absolutely watch that. But go look, Bruiser. Go look at fruit bats
Bruiser,
mating.
that will change your life. Yes.
Matter of fact, could I put fruit bats mating right here? Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what? What are you talking about? The old search bar, fruit bats mating. Oh boy. Can we do this? Can I show this?
No, because you're on TikTok as well.
I can show it.
Oh my God, are you going to show it?
Am I not? Am I not going to show it?
No, you're going to show it. I know you are.
Damn right I am.
You can probably put it up there at the top where the Dow is right now.
I'm going to put it, yeah, that's exactly where I'm going to put it. I'm going to make it bigger. Oh, it's definitely a nature video. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, TikTok, this is going to be a nature video. Do not worry.
I don't give a damn
It's
what
just
TikTok
nature.
does.
I'm just letting you know that everybody, if this goes down on the YouTube.
Mature male fruit bats have territories in the roosting trees, branches that they mark with scent and defend against other males. The females decide where to roost and who to mate with. The males are remarkably well endowed. Each morning, the male checks out all the females roosting on his branch. Courtship can be lengthy and intense. 20 minutes of deep grooming, licking the female's nether parts with a long, roughened tongue, perhaps to arouse her, or perhaps to remove any rival male sperm. Mating is vigorous, noisy, and repetitive. That may have looked violent, but the female can always let go of the branch and fly off if she's had enough.
I dated him, is what she said.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Oh, that was great. That was great. Okay. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. Where's my Dow Jones chart? Okay. What did we learn?
Oh, God.
What did we learn?
We learned that Mr. Global will post anything.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It didn't go down, so we're good.
Well, it takes a minute.
It does. Then it takes another 30 seconds after that.
Did the markets close? Oh, well. So, fruit bats mating, violent, vigorous, and what? What? I can't remember the other word he used to describe it. Something else.
Yes, Peter, you learned not to watch his videos at work. Absolutely.
So, what about the narrator saying she can let go at any time? You know. Like, you're literally gaslighting a bat? You could have let go. All you had to do was let go of the branch. And the female bat's like, what the fuck? And they're like, you could have let go. You didn't have to do that. Oh.
Oh, my God.
I wonder if that was Marty Stauffer. It didn't sound like Marty Stauffer, but that's right, Bruiser. Even the narrators aren't on your side. If I never hear the words nether parts as a descriptor again, it will be too soon. Yeah. Nether parts, nether regions. Oh, man. That was great. So where did the market end up? Did it close? No, it shouldn't be closed yet. That's great.
Yeah, I don't think it's closed yet, is it?
Market's down 1,171 points. Okay. Ooh. Yes. Bruiser. That's what the bats be like. Let me find this. I had this pulled up here. Ah, here it is. The stock market ticker.
So Brian says 2 planes collided at the airport in D.C. I did not see that.
Jill.
What?
Did that just happen?
Did what just happen?
The planes.
I'm checking.
Do you think they were watching the fruit bats on our live? Oh my God. What have we done? Oh, they were sitting on the runway. Okay.
1 hour ago.
Now it's not as
So,
bad if they were watching the fruit bats, actually. So everybody's okay.
Actually, it was more than an hour ago.
Okay. But everybody's okay, right?
Yeah. It was the wingtip of one plane hits another.
Yeah. Oh, so they just, the tip. Yeah. Fruit bats don't do just the tip. That's not a thing.
That's not a thing. Yeah.
No. But did you see the fruit bat?
Yeah.
Oh my
I've seen
God.
the fruit bat.
Like the scale, like that thing was like, oh my God. It looked like one of Donald Trump's weather maps a little bit. No, it looked like that weather map that was coming to Pennsylvania you were showing us the other day, Jill.
Right.
Peter, thank you so much for the super chat. Let me get back in over here. What happens if oil drops to 58 and stays there? And what, if anything, can the fruit bats do about it? The fruit bats are busy, if you didn't notice. If oil drops to $58 and stays there, we lose a lot of rigs, we lose oil production, and I think it would be short term as far as the low oil prices and gas prices, because the markets are fairly somewhat tight. We don't have an oversupplied oil market unless the global economy completely crumbles and that kills demand. But with current demand, as at least we think what it is, this would be a very short-term market crash in oil markets. And it would lead to much higher prices 6 months later when we're trying to catch up with oil demand and can't. So that's what I think would happen. I know we would lose rig counts in production. The timing on when we would catch back up to demand is... there's a lot of variability in that. So, oh boy, I need to change my sub goal. What is today, the 10th? Got that done.
All right. I put the share. Don't forget to like and share. Did it on both of them. Hello, Heather. Hello, Slugger.
What about bonobo monkeys? They are sex crazed maniacs. I'll have to look at that later. I've had too much monkey input for the day. I have contractors again at my house. That's great.
Well, you want them to get done, so at least they're showing up.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard today that gas prices are down. Is that true? Gas prices were $3.23 today, so they're down, a couple of cents. But they're going to fall a lot more. I will admit, they're falling a lot slower than I thought they would because the wholesale price has just bottomed out. Like it's last time I looked, I think it was $1.90 for the wholesale, and which would be down like 42 cents. So they are falling on a national average much slower than I thought they would, but that also, a lot of that is because the state of California completely throws off the national average. They have 40 million drivers, and their gas prices are outrageous. And when you go to looking at averages, the state of California just throws the average off. If you took California out of it, or if you gave California the national average and input those numbers, it would be significantly cheaper.
What is going on the Hudson, Brian? Emergency landing. Or are you referring to, the other one?
Hey, this is where Captain Sully did his thing, right? The Hudson River.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At 3:15 Eastern. So this just happened.
Yes. It's a helicopter? I see it now. Yes, I looked. My goodness.
It isn't a big green helicopter, is it? With a big orange person in it.
Sorry, I got a text. Great. With an orange person in it.
I mean, doesn't hurt to ask. Doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah, we can only, Lots of things happening today.
Lots of things, yeah. All at once, too. And it all started as soon as we showed the fruit bats.
So Steelwork thinks it's kind of rude to say orange person.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not.
I think he's joking because he put a laugh. Apple. 'Cause. 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 '
The Dow is 1,015 points down. Yes, Wayne, that's what I meant. I just didn't want to say it. Market closed down 1014.
So he wasn't joking. Steelwork is really upset.
Poor guy.
I know. What a shame. Nobody cares, Steelwork.
So now, yeah, it's bad enough I can't joke because of Democrats. Now I can't joke because of Republicans.
Yes. He only he comes here for oil-related news, and people are wishing for the president to be unalived. I'm on TikTok, so I have to say it that way. Nobody wished for it. We were just questioning. And,
yeah, we were just asking the question.
Fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
just
crossing
posing
our fingers. But, but do you need a binky and a blankie there still work?
Lori, thank you so much for the super chat. That helps me feel so much better after my rebuke from Steelwork.
Yes, thank you for that super chat. And Steelwork, I think my 2-year-old grandson could lend you that binky and blankie. There's probably a corner somewhere you can go cry in.
Yes, I would expect an announcement next week that he's going to back off of China based on the conversation he had with the billionaires in the parking lot where he said he was going to make the announcement next week.
So I'm going to hell since I told Steelworker to go cry it in another corner. But Steelworker, I know hell is hot, and you're about to learn exactly what it feels like when it's your turn. I'm sorry, but Mega is the ones who, would deport Jesus.
Well, I don't know about all that, but I'm not going I've been saved. That means I can do whatever I want. I mean, Donald Trump's going to heaven. Surely I will.
Nobody's threatening you, Steelwork. Nobody's threatening you, Steelwork. I'm just telling you that you will when it's your time. You'll know what hell feels like. That's not a threat. You're the one who would deport Jesus. God, go cry somewhere else, Steelwork. I'm going to give you a few minutes here to collect yourself. You got 5 minutes to collect yourself.
Oh, man.
Oh, yes, it's pronounced Jesus.
No, Trump is going to heaven. He's been saved. He can do whatever he wants. That's how it works.
No, that's not. That's how they think it works.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's how it works. I just want Trump to go be with Jesus. What's wrong with that? I mean, you know what I mean? Isn't that a good thing? Isn't that what they all want?
That's what they all want. They're always asking for the rapture.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I gave Steelwork a detention. Yes, he got a timeout actually because he's acting like a child crying in the chat. So he's got a 5-minute timeout. He said something about saving you from your last whatever, I don't know, debacle. So he's got a timeout.
He saved me from something?
Yeah, I guess. Or me. I don't know who he was talking to because he kept referring to me. He said, "Hey, I defended you after your ex debacle."
There was an ex debacle.
Yeah, I didn't have one, so he wasn't talking to me.
Uh, I don't remember that particular debacle. I guess I
I
have to
don't
be reminded.
remember it either. I don't remember you having a debacle on X. I do not remember that.
I don't really pay attention to X. I just post stuff there and leave, so I don't have to deal with the dipshits.
The dipshits like him.
I show up, post, leave. Show up, post, leave. I don't even know what happens over there. I don't even check my views or nothing.
I'm telling you.
Oh boy. You guys talking about the Keystone again? Seriously?
Well, that Pennsylvania Keystone Pipeline is something else. Everybody has to talk about it.
A lot of people are reporting, a lot of journalists, keep in mind these are journalists, are reporting that gas prices are going to go up from the rupture of the Keystone. That's not a thing. That's not going to happen. It's not going to go up. It's just not.
What? Juju wants to know, can you explain who and what unalived the Keystone XL? Friday Harbor. Friday Harbor.
Joe Biden?
Yes.
Is this
yes,
not?
It was Biden.
Is this not settled?
So when are we going to get an XXXL, like Smarty Pants says?
I don't know.
That's what he's calling it.
I don't know. We never got the XL, so how are we going to get the XXL?
I don't know. I'll have to talk to Pennsylvania about that.
Will gas prices go up when we switch to summer blend? No, because the markets are crashing. Everything's crashing. Nothing's coming up. Normally it would, but not anymore. Yeah, that has all been reversed.
Is the Dow done?
Yeah. It was down like 1,014 points, I think, or 17. Didn't they lose a court case? Yes, they lost a court case, but that's not what killed the XL. That's just what Democrats say, so Joe Biden doesn't have to get blamed for it when it was literally a campaign promise. So just say promises made, promises kept, and stop being wrong about the Keystone. Joe Biden killed the Keystone. It was a promise he made. And Democrats are claiming he didn't do it. That makes no sense. That's why Democrats lose and Republicans win. When Donald Trump says he's going to do something and then he does it, Republicans don't claim he didn't do it. They say, yeah, he did it. But Democrats don't have the ability to do that. Joe Biden promised to close the Keystone XL. He shut it down. And then as soon as he did, the Democrats claimed he didn't do it. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. What the hell's wrong with you?
It doesn't make any sense.
And then, by doing that, you rob Joe Biden of the ability of saying, promises made, promises kept.
He did that to himself, though.
Oh, man. It's all right. Supreme Court did not shut anything down, Gabby. That is a lie the Democrats have been telling you. Okay? Stop saying the Supreme Court shut down the Keystone. They didn't. They simply forced them to go through the normal environmental audit. That's all they were doing. It did not kill the project. Joe Biden killed the project. Okay? Get over it. It happened. It's a thing.
And who gives a shit?
And who gives a shit? I thought you guys supported that. I thought y'all wanted that. It was a campaign promise he made. Jeez Louise. Who asked earlier why I'm an independent?
I don't remember.
I think it was Brian. I think it was Brian. You never want shingles on your back?
I don't think you want shingles anywhere.
No. Yes, Triton. I think that was you. My bad. How's the weather? It's hot. It's hot. It's really hot where I live, and it's not even summertime yet.
It's 50 here. And raining.
It's 50 and raining?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably close to 90 here. And we're still in that time of the year where you have to get used to the temperature. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when fall comes and you have that first day where it's really cold and you're not used to it and you're freezing your ass off. But by January, it can be that same temperature and you're wearing a short sleeve shirt because you've acclimated to it. That's where we're at right here. It's probably 90, but it feels like 120 because we haven't acclimated to the hot temperatures yet.
So still worker, that wasn't jail. That was a timeout for being a bad boy. Did you get your blankie and binky and go cry it out?
Oh, my God. Connecticut is expecting snow tomorrow. Wow. Stacy says it's 93 where she's at. I wonder where she's at. Mm.
48 in Chicago. They're almost the same temperature as me.
I don't think I've ever been muted in a live stream.
Yes, Juju, he is. Even though he was lying on here and causing havoc. But he was put...
Still work as a she.
I mean, she.
Yeah.
Still work, not still worker. But anyway, still work got a timeout for being a bad girl. And thinking she was somebody and she wasn't. And no, smarty pants, I did not put still work in my pipe. No, fuck no.
Oh, Bruiser.
Bruiser.
God damn it.
Bruiser.
I can't even remember
So
what I
I
was going to
left
say because I read Bruiser's comment and like just
and laughed. Yes, yes.
right. Yeah, I've been kicked out of a live by the platform, but I don't think I've ever been muted.
I've been muted.
I feel like I would just leave if I was.
I do. That's all you do. If you're muted, you just leave.
Yeah, but nobody leaves when they get muted. They stay and then they come back.
They can't help themselves. That's the people that need to argue with other people. I just leave. I've been muted by accident most of the time because I was like, but then what I did is I'm a mod in Barrister's Live, so I would go in on my other account and, harass Barrister. And then they would mute me. This is whenever he first started. They would mute me, so I'd have to go back in on my other account to unmute myself. So I did that a lot.
What is going on with the CPI report? Energy down pretty big. Well, yeah, energy is much cheaper than it was a year ago. You got to remember inflation is measured annually, right? So the March energy prices of 25 compared to March of 24, yeah, they were significantly lower. But they had done that, well before March. And that's the thing. If you look at energy prices in March compared to energy prices in December, they weren't any lower. They're not going to be really. Maybe a little bit lower, but not significantly. So, it's when it comes to inflation and energy, it's been down every March from the prior March since 23. In March of 23, it was lower than March of 22. In March of 24, it was lower than March of 23. March of 25, lower than March of 24. It's been coming down for going on 3 years. So it's not an indicator that. Oh, there's Jill. Yeah. Like gas prices being down on an inflation report doesn't mean that they're down right now, because you could say, well, last month gas prices were a lot higher than they are this month. So in that context, gas prices are up. But if you go back a whole entire year, yes, gas prices are down. It just depends on the context, right? What were you going to say, Jill?
Oh, I said at least I only got kicked two times.
Do I think it'll go back up around summer due to demand? No, because everything is crashing. It's not, if everything stops crashing, then we can talk about what gas prices are going to do. But I can't, we're in a period of time where the President of the United States is actively manipulating markets and crashing them globally for personal gain. I can't tell you what he's going to decide, because it is going to be what he decides what happens with gas prices. And I can't tell you, because the market is no longer in control of itself. Donald Trump has literally taken control of the entire global markets and is just like a puppet master. So I can't look at market fundamentals. I can't look at what's happening in the market and tell you what's coming, because the market is not under it's not a free market anymore. It's under complete control of the administration. So what I can tell you is if all of this stops, gas prices are going to rise. If all of this doesn't, they're going to fall. But whether it stops or doesn't stop is completely up to Donald Trump. That's what I can tell you. That's
Yeah, and
it.
the market is in a panic. Like it doesn't know what's coming next. So can't predict anything. We don't know what's coming next.
No, nobody knows. Nobody knows what's coming next. That's why Donald Trump comes out and tell people it's a good time to buy. That way they know.
Yeah, that's when we know it'll go up. Buy. It's time to sell. It's time to buy. It's time to sell. I'm just gonna start following his Truth Social and why not? Everybody else is doing it, right?
What's going to happen on the West Coast when Phillips 66 closes in LA? Gas prices are going to go up even more in California. That's what's going to happen. We haven't talked about that a great deal. I did some content on that, when that first arrived, but California is going. Nothing is looking good for California. Even the market's crashing isn't good for gas prices in California right now because, the Martinez refinery is still down. But yeah, when that Phillips 66 refinery closes, short of someone purchasing it and keeping it open, it's not going to be good for gas prices. California cannot afford to lose anything when it comes to gas and refining capacity, and they're losing it left and right. So they'll just continue to rise. I mean, that's what's going to happen. They're going to continue to rise.
I completely agree with you, Stephen. He says it's as if some people don't get it. Trump is playing with the world economy. It's how long it will hold together or completely crash.
So natural gas is fucked if the EU starts buying. Well, we already sell a lot of natural gas to the EU. They're our largest customer, so we already sell them a lot. But the fact that they are going to buy even more and more and more from us, will just continue to put more upward pressure on natural gas prices. Yes, absolutely. Yes, that does affect people in Oregon and Washington as well. Friday, absolutely.
So Joe Boo said, day traders are working their ass off, but long-term investments are confused.
Yeah. And I'm not a day trader.
Right. This isn't a good thing at all, and some people just don't get that. They think he's doing this to lower the price of gas. What? You don't want the gas to be low for that reason. Come on, people, get it together.
Yeah, when you manipulate the market to lower the price of gas, right? You only lower it for as long as you manipulate the market. Because it's not how you lower the price of gas. It's not. It doesn't stick, right? You stop manipulating the market, and the price of gas just comes back. And you can't manipulate the market forever because you'll burn everything to the ground.
Exactly.
The way you lower the price of gas is multiple ways. You either reduce your exports, increase your local supply, right, by reducing those gasoline exports. But we know we can't drill our way into low gas prices. Obama was telling us that freaking 15 years ago or whenever. You don't drill your way out of high gas prices. That's not a thing in a global economy. And what's been proven ever since he said that is as we increase production, everyone else decreases it because they make more money.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have some export controls if you really want to lower gas prices, or you have to find a way to lower demand. But manipulating the market and crashing everything is not a solution to anything. It's fake. It's like living on a credit card and not paying your bill, right? It's like going out and getting a $50,000 credit card and buying a bunch of stuff so people think you're rich. Well, when the bill comes, guess what? You're not, right? You're not. You're just another 50 grand in debt.
That's true. Well, they got their lower gas prices, right? And but like you said before, now enjoy their electric and their energy bills, their electric bill and their gas bill, natural gas bill.
Yeah.
They're gonna have fun with that. It's not gonna make up for the few cents that they got off on gas.
No.
And gas and oil and gas, whatever you want to call it, should not be political. The government should not be controlling it. The president should not be controlling it. When you first started out on here, giving information about oil and gas, did you think it would go so political?
I had no idea, honestly. I found out really quick, though, that it did. Literally the first time I talked about it, it went. But I didn't give it much thought before the first time I talked about it. I also never thought that anyone would care, honestly. I didn't think that was something people were interested in, but
There's a lot of people interested in it.
Hi, Heather. Did you think you would ever be talking about a story with Doxy and a cement mixer? No.
I did not expect that either, Joe.
No. And I still don't want to talk about it, honestly. But you keep bringing it up. Maybe if I could.
Global T-shirt.
Huh?
Sorry. I said Dewey just got their global T-shirt.
Oh, thank you, Dewey. Maybe if I saw a picture from Doxy from back then, maybe I would be okay talking about it.
That's funny.
I don't want to think about Doxy in a cement truck. Trump is saying that troops have been moved to Panama to take over the canal. Well, that's genius. And Bruiser wants to talk about bats again, of course.
What? I missed it.
She's got bat fever.
Oh, there it is. She got bat fever.
Did I see the great video? Yeah, I showed it to everybody. Oh, this isn't TikTok, so grape doesn't mean here what it means over there.
Yeah, grape means actual grapes.
I did not see fruit bats eating grapes.
I'm gonna definitely check out bats eating grapes.
Well, I mean, technically, the whatever was going on with the nether regions could be considered grapes. So I saw 2 grapes and a banana. I don't know about you, but that's what I saw.
Oh my god.
What? Do fruit bats have pancakes in the morning? Yeesh, I don't know. They probably throw them at each other if they do.
Oh my god, it is cute. She's right.
Are you watching it?
Yeah, I just brought it up for a second. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just wanted to see it. I had to know.
Jobu says fruit bats prefer waffles. Thank you for the gifts.
So I pancakes, I don't know. Did you get any more messages about making pancakes for you?
I can't hear you, Jill. You sound like you're far away.
Is this better?
A little bit.
Okay. So, did you get any more messages about someone making you pancakes?
No. I mean, not that I've seen.
We got Barrister in the chat. He's starting trouble again. I don't know why you can't hear me. It has to be the headpiece.
Let me readjust.
Wow.
Is that better?
Yeah, you just came back.
Okay, it was the headpiece. It was definitely the headpiece that was the problem.
Is that what it was?
Yeah. I had to switch to the other one. Which means I got to charge them now. What are we laughing at? We got Barrister in the TikToks.
I'm laughing at the ambulance chaser.
Oh my God, you did not just call him that.
Yeah, I did. Why?
Don't call Barrister that.
Why?
Here I am sitting here going, we got Barrister causing trouble in the TikTok. And then as soon as you say he's an ambulance chaser, I'm like, don't say that about Barrister.
I mean, I call him that all the time. Like,
my speakers arrived. They have arrived today.
oh, good.
That's what my dog was barking at.
Jobu says he's not an ambulance chaser. He waits till they stop. That's fair. That's fair, Jobu. I'll take that.
Man.
But he does run out in front of them with a stop sign. That's the part you left out.
No.
What?
No. You two need to leave Barrister alone. Juju, I got speakers for my computer. Mine just went bad. They wouldn't turn on. So I had to order new ones.
I think we should go to work for Barrister Jobu. That would be fun. I don't know what we would do, though. I guess we could serve people.
Serve people?
Yeah, we could serve them. When Barrister's suing them, we could serve them. Serve them their papers.
I want in on this.
When we get into sketchy neighborhoods, I'd be like, Jobu, you go. I'll sit in the car.
What the hell?
What?
I want in on this.
He was a first responder. He knows how to deal with these situations. I don't.
I'll go with you, Joe Boo. Sitting there trying not to laugh.
Be the easiest $20 you ever made.
Oh my God. Hey, $20 is $20.
Yeah. It's more like 10 now.
Jeez. Joe Boo, if I'm your partner, you're not gonna have a partner like that one I posted. No.
Penguin suit?
A tux.
What? A tux? That's worse than a penguin suit.
That is a penguin suit.
I'm talking about an actual penguin suit. Like a Halloween costume.
No. Yes, I pulled out the $20 as $20. So that I'll actually look it up.
But it doesn't matter. Like when you raise them to a point and nobody's buying anything anyway, it doesn't matter if you raise them even more.
Yeah, but raising the tariffs to China, you know how much shit we get from there?
Yeah, I do. A lot of shit.
Like my speakers, for example. I'm pretty sure. And the pot I bought yesterday, right? I had to buy not that kind either. People.
Holy cow. I'd like to try some of that Chinese stuff.
I said it real quick, not that kind. Like pots and pans. It was made in China too.
Yeah. I wonder what that Chinese pot do. Make you go sideways.
God.
Like then you could really have Chinese eyes. Like legitimate Chinese eyes.
My God.
The penguins have now implemented retaliatory tariffs. Yeah. What's the matter, Jill?
Nothing. Nothing.
You want me to stop talking?
No, I don't.
Are you afraid I'm going to offend somebody?
I am not afraid of anything.
I'm not afraid. It's an
You
Eminem
do
song.
you. There it is. That's what I seen. Tariff on China now stands at 145%. That is what I seen, and that's what I was trying to find.
Oh no. You think Mr. Bill said oh no when he read that?
Oh my God, do you remember? Oh no, Mr. Bill.
Yeah, I remember oh no, Mr. Bill. Who doesn't remember oh no, Mr. Bill?
I mean, some people might not.
I think we just called him Mr. Bill though.
Yeah. Oh no, Mr. Bill.
Oh no.
there. Oh no, Mr. Bill.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Bill. He probably got
I don't know.
squashed.
But when I was a little kid, I was really little. I had a Mr. Bill, and it was stretchable.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Like one of the Incredibles?
Yeah, like one of the Incredibles. Yep. Yes, I had one.
I never had a Mr. Bill. Don't forget Wimpy. Too late. I don't know who you're talking about.
What?
Wimpy. Do you love it when people tell you not to forget something you've forgotten and then you don't know what they're talking about?
Yes. And Bruiser, yes, the 145% tariffs is what he did today. That's what I had to look up. I couldn't remember the number. That was it.
Nadia says she has a Mr. Bob.
Yeah, I had one. I have one of them.
And all I can think of is Bob. Oh, man. Don't do that, Nadia.
That's funny.
Don't make me think of Bob.
Yes, Juju, everything on Amazon is from China. Exactly.
Hey, look, Nadia says no, just like Mr. Bill. No. She went from having a Mr. Bob to doing a Mr. Bill impersonation.
What is wrong with that? That is messed up. And I agree with her on that. Yes, Bruiser, yes.
Does Bob make me Randy? No, Nadia. I'm not the one with a Mr. Bob. But no. Bob makes me sad.
Bob makes me crazy. I'm sorry, but Bob gets on my nerves.
So
What
Bob
happened to Bob?
got monetized. You know how I can tell? Because he'll make a video and instead of making it last a minute, he'll talk for 35 seconds and then he'll just sit there and stare at the camera and say, I can't turn this off till 1 minute. So I'm just going to sit here. He literally says that in his video. Because you only get paid if the video is a minute long. I want to say, Bob, just make it last a minute. Like, talk slower. Do something.
And he's having a hard time making it last a minute.
Yes. Bob.
I absolutely can see that about Bob. Yes.
Yeah, Bob can't go a minute.
I can absolutely see that.
Bob's not even a minute man. He's
Not even a minute, man.
yeah,
30-second man.
he's on Canadian minutes or something. I don't know what he's doing over there, but
Canadian minutes? That's not a thing.
it is in Florida. It is in Florida.
And yes, Joe Boo, he has a hard time lasting a minute in his videos as well. Yes.
Heather says, many men have that problem. I'm sorry, Heather, that you know that. Heather's sitting there like, with her bottom lip pooched out, twiddling her thumbs. Many men have that problem. Heather says, I am sorry too. Man, that's terrible.
I'm sorry too, Heather.
Terrible. Terrible. Robert says they make pills for that. They don't make pills for Bob. Yeah. They haven't. Yeah. We need the federal government to implement another Operation Warp Speed for Bob. We can get a pill out there for Bob.
So where has Bob been? I have not seen Bob in the TikTok lives. He does not come there no more.
He's been low key, ever since he said the stock market was going to rally big before it dropped by 2,500 points. He's kind of laid low.
Gotta hide.
When he said, I'm a trader, we're going to see a big jump rally in the market today, and then it dropped 2,500 points that day. He was low key after that. Of course, Mr. Global's followers remind him of that daily in his content. So,
You're so mean to Bob.
it's not me. I'm not the one going into his page.
That's true. It's his,
But he
your
still puts,
followers.
he still puts hashtag Mr. Global in all of his content.
I don't understand why he doesn't know how this works.
Yeah, he doesn't know that
If
he's boosting my page.
If he's monetized, he's got enough followers that he should know better and know how it works.
He doesn't. He thinks he's tagging me, but he's not. He's hashtagging me.
Right.
So he's boosting my page.
I don't even know what to say about these people.
But I'll go to his page and I'll go into his content just to look at his hashtags. I don't even watch the videos. And it's just hashtag Mr. Global. On every video, hashtag Mr. Global. Like,
I'm just going to go to his videos and hashtag you in all the comments. You need 10,000 followers, Nadia.
10,000. 10,000. Why ain't this working?
What are you having a problem with?
Oh, nothing. I'll figure it out. Ah, there it is. I was trying to fix my chat. All right, well, let's wrap it up, Jill. Everyone,
Sounds good to me.
thanks for coming in, spending time with us today. Thank you for all the gifts. Next week, I'll let you guys know. Next week, I'm still interviewing Tennessee Brando. I just don't know the day yet. I'm also going to be traveling up to hang out with Will Westmoreland sometime here real soon. Be on his podcast, Back 40 podcast. Probably, hopefully next week. We'll see. Jill?
Thank you, everyone, for coming. And have a great Thursday.
See you guys.